This is Ron Klopfenstein, and you're on the hot seat on a Media Monday. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the hot seat on this very, very freezing cold Media Monday. My guest is delayed a few minutes because of the cold. His name is Amos Donnell. And if you're on Facebook, you know him because I see him all over. He's always doing shows and events, and he's a promoter, entertainer. I'm going to find out some of the secrets to his success when he gets here. But for now, let's talk to Jay-Z because last week was New Year's Eve, the big New Year's Eve celebration at the Bake of Utica. I came to it. I don't like to go out when it's cold, but I had to come down, see the excitement, see Jay-Z perform, get to hang out with the Heat Squad. And Jay-Z, what was that like, being out there performing? You know, what an exciting night to be on stage.
Oh my goodness, it was amazing just having everybody out there, and my first time performing for that big of an event, you know what I mean? Because
it was a big event.
City of Utica sponsored event.
Yes.
So, that's my first time doing anything like that. Like, I've done, of course, performances before, but nothing of that magnitude.
Yeah.
So it was great, just being on the stage and and it being just me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like going into that, I was like, I'm just gonna show people all I need is one mic.
Uh-huh.
So I went in with that mentality to put on a show, show people what I really could do.
Right.
And just having that opportunity to do that is just amazing. And plus seeing all the people out there I haven't seen in years, old elementary school classmates.
Oh yeah, they showed up.
So long, yeah.
Oh, cool.
So it was beautiful.
Yeah. So how's it different to be on stage to perform your own work as opposed to being a DJ? When being a DJ is it is your own work, but you're kind of showcasing other people's songs. How is it different?
Well, I mean, with DJing, I first of all really don't like to call myself a DJ, but
I know you said that. I don't understand why.
Everybody says, no, you're a DJ, dude.
I would say you are.
You've done parties and, of course, did Luciana Croce's wedding.
Yep.
And things like that. So, nah, you're a DJ, dude. And,
yep.
And plus, they listen to the shows and, what I do. It's
you're literally a DJ on the station. Yeah.
So, being a DJ, out, doing DJ things, it's cool, but just being able to go out and actually perform, as an artist and perform your own material,
right.
Having people listen to thoughts in your mind,
your message,
catch your creativity.
Yeah,
nothing like it trumps DJing. Well, in my opinion, anyway.
Yeah.
It trumps DJing anytime. Being able to let people hear you and experience you.
And there's some commonalities too, because with a DJ, you're blending song to song, and when you're performing as a solo, you're also kind of doing the same thing where you have you're gonna do one song after the other. So how did you put your act together? How did you decide what songs you're gonna perform and in what order?
Well, when I was putting the set together, I really just wanted to try to cover all bases.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Have some stuff for the ladies, and have some reality real life type stuff, and have a couple party songs.
Yep.
So just try to encompass everything. You know what I mean? Because what I like to do is I call it music with a message.
Right.
Whether it's relationship and love, or things that make you think about life, or just having a good time. There's a message in everything.
Right.
So
right.
I just tried to have all of that within a half-hour segment. So I just went through my catalog, which is pretty extensive. I didn't even realize it. Well, I probably forgot.
How long have you been at this?
Oh goodness, I've been making music since a kid.
Yeah.
I wrote my first rap 8 years old.
Really? Oh my gosh, that's so cool.
Yeah. Well, I come from a musical family.
Yeah, so, right. You said right.
My mother and my father's side, musical.
Yeah.
So as far as actually performing and things like that since teenage years.
Really?
But so I just went down, my list of music and just kind of try to pick what I thought would fit, the occasion and try to encompass everybody. And
Yeah.
I thought it came together very well.
Yeah, I mean the response was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So like, did you balance out like maybe like have a serious song, then like a more party song, then a love song, or do you kind of like group them together?
No, I ordered them, in particular. I was very like, mindful of where I was placing
Like a
things.
flow you wanted to take people kind
Because
of.
if you notice, like when I first came onto the stage, I did like a little snippet of like, I guess you could call it like an intro.
Right.
Intro
Yep.
to me, intro to the performance, and then the second song was just telling people a little bit about me.
Yep. Yep.
And then after that I went into the ladies medley and everything like that.
Yeah.
And then after that I went into the Black Lives Matter, and then after that I went into the new song that I debuted with my little brother Amos Donnell, who just stepped in the building.
Just stepped into the studio.
Oh man, you gonna do that right now?
I was just saying because you just got here, so
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So I got into that joint with him and Leilani, and then after that I did like a party joint, and then I closed it out with like an inspirational style song.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because no matter what, I gotta keep God in everything I do.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
So it had a narrative, is what your performance
Yeah.
is,
Yeah, and that's what I feel. That's what an artist should do. A
Right.
good artist anyway. You know what I mean? They have, like, when they put out a project or when they have a show or things like that, you should like tell like a story.
Yes,
You know what I
right,
mean? Like,
right.
It should.
I kind of think that's the difference between someone like you who is a pro,
Mhm.
is like to like see the bigger picture of like all the individual parts of your performance
Mhm.
and how they go together and make it so that it says something in itself. So
Yeah. So that's what I try to do. Like every time I hit the stage, I try to
yeah.
put everything all together.
And how much
Yeah,
rehearsal time did you have?
Oh my goodness.
I mean,
Like
I'm
for
thinking
this-
like you really can't rehearse on Genesee Street,
Right. Nah. For this in particular, I have been rehearsing for like a month straight.
Oh, okay.
Like-
You just found a different place to do it.
Yeah, like I already, once I finalized the set list,
Yeah.
I just, random times just go down the set list in my head, just start rapping. Like people who see me and see me like looks like I'm talking to myself, but I'm really just rehearsing my
You're
show.
running lines, yeah, right.
Yeah. And then sometimes like when I'm home, I would just throw on the beats and
Yeah.
just go down the line just like I'm doing the show
Yep.
straight through.
So you're like rehearsing all the time. It's
Yeah.
like it's so much work. I think people got to
Yeah.
know to do this stuff.
Yeah.
And Amos Donnell joins us now. He's in the studio.
Oh
It's so
my
great that like
gosh.
you're both here, so we can like have a conversation. So Amos, first of all, let's talk about how did it come about? You were working with Jay-Z and performing in New
Whoa.
Year's Eve.
I mean, me and Jay-Z go way back. Like, way... Bro, do you remember the Winter of What? Oh, not Winter of Was, the Wizard of Was?
Yes.
Right?
You guys are
We
both
go
in that?
way back.
Yeah.
Way back.
We
like,
did the Wizard of Was like in 08.
yeah,
Oh, wow.
dang,
So
was
you
it
get
that?
so-
Like, that was
Yeah.
that far back?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Wow.
Yeah, so, like, but even before that, like, this
Yeah.
is like my big brother. When I tell you,
Oh, that's nice.
he reached out to me and let me know, like, hey, do you want to perform our song? And
Yeah.
even on that stage, I reached out to him, I think literally the day after or the day of, and was like, you did not have to have me on that stage or shout me out the way that you did. Like, when I tell you this is the most humblest man I've ever met in my entire life, I'm so proud to call him my brother. And then that story that you said, you are the author of your own book, and trust me, you wrote it.
Yeah.
That means a lot, man. That means a lot. Yeah, this dude is like my little brother. Like we did, the Wizard of Was, like we were saying, and we've actually done music previously when he was going by AW Smooth.
Oh, you gonna pull out the AW Smooth? It's like that? You gonna pull out the AW Smooth? Okay.
Well, I mean, that's part of your story, you know what I mean?
That's true. Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? You come up like, this is the winner of, New Hartford's Got Talent.
Really?
You know what I mean?
You
And
remember that too?
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yes, I remember New Hartford's Got Talent.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
He's been at this for a while too.
Yeah,
Like, don't let
Absolutely.
him, fool you. He's not new to this. He's too. But yeah.
That's right before I went to college too.
Right.
That was like, I think I want to say 2011. It had to be 2011,
Yeah, something
2012,
like that,
something
yeah.
around there. Yeah. Yep.
So what was the Wizard of Oz like?
Oh goodness.
Oh. Even Serena was a part of that too.
Right.
Am I not correct?
Yep.
Yeah.
A lot of people were
There
a part
are so
of that.
many people a part of that.
T.K. Howard Sr.,
Yes.
Stina Smith, Gary Thornton.
Oh, I remember him. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a lot of people a part of that.
Yeah,
It
so
would be great to bring that back.
it definitely would. Cassandra had put that on, and she did such an amazing job.
Yeah.
We literally even had practice right next door to the Stanley.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember that with the sets and with oh, what's his name, Dr. Woods?
Doc Woods, yep.
When I tell you all the music, even a part of that,
Yeah.
he handwritten.
Wow.
Do you remember that? Like he literally hand wrote all of that.
Wow. Wow.
And plus incorporated songs from The Wiz and, of course, The Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
Things like that. So big shout out to Cassandra, too.
Yes.
Yeah,
for,
right.
Huge shout out to Cassandra.
Taking elements of The Wizard of Oz, taking elements of The Wiz,
Right.
Right.
bringing it all together,
Bringing it together,
to
yes.
fit us, to fit this community.
And ahead of her time, because look at Wicked now, and she did it back in
Right.
2008.
Right.
That's
Well,
that's
I mean,
amazing,
the actual musical The Wizard of Oz that she put on goes back even before 08.
That's right. She did it back in the
Yeah,
90s.
I think she did the first one in like 94,
Yeah,
I believe.
Yeah.
And I was a part of the 95 one, and then came back to do the 08 one, which he was a part of also. So,
Boy, that would be cool to do like as a radio play,
That actually
Yeah.
sounds pretty dope.
It would be neat,
that would be interesting.
That would be interesting.
So Amos, you're here.
Yes,
I'm so glad. So
I
I see you
am.
on Facebook all the time doing all this great stuff. And
Yes.
What is a Amos Donnell experience?
I can definitely tell you it's not the snow that you see outside.
I'm glad. Because I'm so cold. I'm actually wearing my gloves in the studio
No,
here.
I gotta get some gloves for my car. So the Amos Donnell, the Amos Donnell experience literally consists of so much things. It's unreal. When you look at the Amos Donnell experience, especially when you go to karaoke, you have fog machines, you have fireworks, you
Seriously?
have jokes. Yes,
Wow.
you have like literally all inside of pins, which I have no idea how I'm able to get away with
Oh
it.
my gosh, you have fireworks inside of pins?
Oh,
That is so cool.
100%.
Oh my, I really got to go now.
You have to
because
come
I
out.
love pins. I always want to get down there. It's like,
Yes.
wow.
It's such an amazing time, and even when I don't have the fireworks on,
Yeah.
my big bro can attest to it. It's literally just, even if you don't sing, it's fun. Like you just have a great time.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So that's why we call it the Amos Donnell experience. It's not just karaoke.
Yeah.
It's literally an experience that you won't get anywhere else. Like respect to everyone, but it's just an entirely different karaoke experience,
And how did you develop this?
So-
How long have you been doing karaoke?
So I have to give a huge shout out, huge shout out, which, you know what, this is so unprofessional, but I'm going to do it anyway. I got to call Michael. I have to, because this is literally him.
Michael Lawton, it's the
Yes,
the manager at Penn's.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Well, you tell him I am a big fan because I love pins.
Yeah.
I love pins.
See, so with Michael, he had this vision one day, and I was like, you know what? We should do X, Y, and Z. And every single time I tell him, hey, we should do this, he always, for some reason, elevates the experience even more.
Yeah.
It's like, why? Like, why are you taking the idea that I have and you elevate it to the next level? So the Amos Donnell experience literally came from Michael.
Yeah. Wow. So how is like the feedback been? How is the crowd been?
The feedback has been amazing. Obviously we're still growing, especially after the virus and everything else.
Oh yeah, right.
But we are growing. We are becoming bigger and better than ever. We are planning a lot of different things for this coming year. We have magicians coming.
Oh, yeah?
Like especially from America's Got Talent, from different TV shows, from NBC. We have magicians.
To pins?
Oh, to pins,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Oh my gosh, that is
Yes.
so great.
Yep.
Wow. Wow.
He's actually on the line right now. I guarantee to hear me talking about him.
I'm about to say he's probably going to get you. If you
Just-
try
Oh,
to
he's
sue
definitely
him.
gonna get me.
Oh my gosh.
He's definitely gonna get me.
Well, you tell him he should be my sponsor for this show. I'd
Uh-oh.
be happy to do Pins commercials. Odyssey Media Money brought to you by Pins. How does that sound?
Oh my God, that
Yeah.
sounds supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
I was going to say. Yeah.
Yeah, I can see him next time he sees you, like trying to ring you.
Oh, what?
That's it.
Listen, he's a gentle giant.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Gentle giant.
I have so much fun at Pins. To ball,
Oh,
that
awesome.
big giant Space Invaders thing, you know, game.
Yes.
The big giant Space Invaders, that is really great.
Have you
know?
tried the VR?
Yes.
That is
Wait,
amazing.
no, I don't.
You haven't tried the VR?
No, I did it the other place that closed.
All right.
But-
So next time you come to Pins, the VR is on me and Michael.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely.
I
I
love
didn't
VR.
get the
I love
permission, but I'm going
I
to
love
do
VR.
it.
I love VR. I love VR. Well, I'm going to take you up on that.
Yes,
Yeah.
take me up on that. Either you go to Michael Lawton or you come to me, and that first one is directly
so
on
what
us.
does it do, the VR? Like, what is that VR like?
So you put the VR headset on, and you're immersed in this like whole different universe.
yeah.
But it's like how do I explain it?
Well,
it's
I know what it's like.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
VR is like. Yeah.
But you're on a ride.
Oh, yeah?
And
yeah.
it seems like you're like flying around different places. There's
Oh,
three
I
different
gotta
things,
do that.
and there's so many other things that's coming to Pens. It's
Yeah.
unreal.
I'm so glad it's doing good. Pins,
Yes.
Because my other favorite place, Blaze, that closed.
Yeah, oh,
So it's
absolutely.
like, I cannot lose 2 places in 1 year. You
Oh,
know?
no, you're not
I
losing
can't.
Pins.
I
We're here to
can't.
stay.
I love Pins. I love Pins. I love your nachos and bowling. And so
Have you
much
tried
fun.
the wings yet?
Yeah, I don't eat wings, but my husband does. So
Okay,
he likes
okay.
the wings. Yeah,
That's
I'm,
fine, okay.
I'm a nachos guy.
Nacho,
Yeah,
okay.
Nachos.
So what exactly do you like on your nachos, then?
I like the cheese that you guys have. I
Ooh.
like not so many of the hot peppers. They usually take those off.
Okay.
You know, the happiness. But I like the cheese. I like the chicken.
Gotcha.
Yes,
Yes.
And
And
with
it's so
that,
great when you're bowling, you know.
yeah. And with that being said, we got to go to commercial
That's
break.
right, we gotta go to
Oh,
commercials.
let's
yes,
do it.
Yes. So you're in the hot seat on a Media Monday. My guests today are Amos Donnell from the Amos Donnell Experience and Jay Easy from 95.5 FM. I'll have more after the break. This is Ron Kloppenstein, and you're in the hot seat on a Media Monday. Welcome back to the hot seat on this Media Monday. My guest today is Amos Donnell of the Amos Donnell Experience and Jay Easy from 95.5 FM Experience. We're talking about music, we're talking about DJing, we're talking about, really my question really is like, what makes a good host? Like you're putting on a show, you're DJing
Ooh.
or you're MCing, you're hosting. That is a hard job. And what are the qualities you got to have to be as successful at it as you both are, but as you are with your experiences at Pins?
You know what? That's a really good question. You told me I was gonna be on the hot seat.
We
I'm on the hot seat. Whoa.
because we're all thinking about that. I mean, I think about that too, and it's like
Yeah.
a question that I would probably have trouble with at first too. To think
So-
about like, what do you think, Jay-Z? What makes a good host?
I think, well, number one is, having, that personality, having that charisma,
Yeah.
that magnetism, draw people in,
Yep.
being personable,
Yep.
being approachable. you know,
Right.
Yep.
and, knowing, the ins and outs of the event, knowing what you're
Right.
doing.
Yeah, you kind of have to have your act down. I
Yeah.
think, to,
You definitely do. I mean, and like you said, being that personable,
Mm-hmm.
right? Treating everyone like your family.
Right.
Yeah.
You can't just come off as, oh, I'm this entertainer. No,
Yeah.
like that's my cousin, that's my uncle, that's my mom.
Right.
Hi everybody, and know how to really just read that crowd. And I think that's important. You did an amazing job, by the way, on
Thank
New
you.
Year's Eve,
Thank
reading that crowd. Like
I
you
appreciate
were. I mean, you are an artist, obviously, but you were like next level artist on that stage, reading that crowd, being personal, being that host, right? It wasn't just the entertainer, but that's literally everything that comes in with being that host, keeping that energy as well. You know, how do you feel about that energy?
I was watching the video back. Shout out to my cousin Tyra for recording the live stream on her phone. Because that's the only way I could see it. But I was watching it back. It was like I was so hype on that stage.
You were,
definitely. Wow.
Yes.
Man. But yeah, just
that jacket you wore, that like represented how you were that night. You were like,
wow.
It was amazing. It was amazing.
All night long.
Yeah.
People come like, oh my God, that's a cool jacket. Oh my God, I love your jacket. Oh my God, that's a great jacket. I appreciate that, you know what I mean? But I knew that, if I was going to be on that stage, I had to be the best I could possibly
100%.
be.
Oh, yeah.
It's
New Year's Eve. It's Utica downtown.
Outfit, energy, material. I had to bring it.
Yeah.
And you definitely brought it. You definitely brought it.
That.
Yeah.
And also, just, going off of that too, talking about, what makes a good host, that's literally everything that Amos does. When you go to the Amos Donnell experience, like any event he's hosting, he is right up with everybody, you know what I mean? And embracing
really
them.
Yes, like really getting inside that crowd and finding that pocket. And once you find that pocket, everything else jumps off from there. It doesn't matter what I do after that.
Right.
Once you find that pocket, thank you, bro. Once you find that pocket, you found that pocket.
Once you got the vibe that you want, then everything is. Everything kind of flows.
Absolutely. Everyone thinks that a host is just jumping on the mic and talking.
Right.
It's not. It's so much more than that.
Right.
You need to kick that event off, and once you kick that event off, depending on how you did it, it doesn't matter what you did. It's either gonna go really good or it's gonna go really bad.
And also, another thing about him, he is encouraging also. Because there's been times where, people will come to like a karaoke event and they may be nervous about, getting in front of the crowd and, singing and things like that. But Amos will make you feel comfortable. He will definitely go out of his way to make sure that you're comfortable. And all those qualities, encompassed together will make people want to keep supporting you, want to keep, coming to your events. When they see your name on the marquee, they're like, oh, I got to be there for that. You know, and not to, sound braggadocious or anything, but I really feel like when it was put out there that I was going to be at the New Year's Eve, I really feel like, people came out, when they saw my name on the, on the marquee.
100%.
You were following at the station, and plus the work you do outside the station too.
And wait a minute, brag about that.
Oh yeah,
brag about that.
I don't like to,
That's because you're one of the most humblest
I know.
dudes I ever met in my entire life, bro. And when I tell you, you always continue to give people flowers. We need to give you your flowers while you're right here.
Because you were great at
Appreciate that.
Juneteenth too. I remember.
Right? Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, and you have that personality that like does make people want to listen to this station, and it's like it really is important,
Absolutely.
So a lot of those qualities, like the charisma, the connection, are things that sometimes like you have them or you don't. But there's also a lot of like techniques that you have to build up yourself. So like, how did you learn how to actually like literally do karaoke?
I love this show. I love this show. I love this show and I love the questions.
I'm so
I
happy.
love this show
I love
and
you
I
as
love
a
the
guest.
questions.
This is great.
Yeah.
So you probably seen on either Facebook or Instagram, Snapchat, wherever, you probably see 3, 2, 1. Let's go!
Yep, exactly.
I don't always have the energy.
Yeah.
I don't. If you actually know who I am, you would see me walk into the event probably tired. Heck, I did it before I came into here just to get ready for it.
Yeah.
You'll see me go in 3, 2, 1. Let's go! And then like hype myself up. So that's where that came from. You know what I mean? But as far as karaoke, how that started was Gabe. His name is DJ Ease One.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about, right? So, I lived in Rochester for a little bit. I moved out there for my current position that I have in a telecommunications company. I'm not gonna say it because I'm not fixing your cell phone.
So you.
I'm not gonna say the company. I'm not fixing none of your cell phones. I will direct you to the 800 number.
There you go.
So I moved out there, and then the virus had happened.
Oh yeah.
I finally asked to come back to my home city, Utica, and Bag Square, Jen. She actually allowed me to do karaoke there because Gabe was doing it.
Yeah.
Gabe offered my assistance, and I finally started taking over with that. So thank you to Gabe and thank you, Jen, of Bag Square Brewing Company. And I started there. I started there with a tablet stand, and like a speaker, and it started evolving bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
And then I moved over to pins, where it evolved even bigger with the fireworks. So it involved
with the
yes,
show.
with like the theatrics, like it started growing with the fireworks, and it started involving with the fog machine. I have a 12-foot robot that I have there that I walk on stilts with. Yeah,
Oh
and
my
it can be
gosh.
higher, but I'm scared of heights.
I
And I'm
gotta
not
see
standing.
this. I
I'm
gotta
not
see
standing
this.
higher than that.
I don't blame you, but
Yeah.
wow.
Yes, like it
Fireworks
literally
and
evolved from
robots?
that to where it is right now.
Oh
and when
my
I
gosh.
can't tell you how blessed I am
Yeah.
to be in that space. The
Yeah.
karaoke space is no longer a karaoke space. It's such
It sounds
more
like
than
like
that.
a stage.
Yes,
kinda,
it's
you know?
entertainment.
Yeah.
Like we was just talking about earlier, even if you don't sing, you're still going to have a great time. There's dancing.
Right.
We do what, the cha-cha slide, the
Uh-huh.
Cupid shuffle. We're
Like
gonna
he literally
I love that.
like puts in breaks here and there just to get a dance in, or if it's somebody's birthday, he'll perform a happy birthday for him, or
Right.
do like a little special dance for somebody in the audience, and
or stand on top of the bar. So I remember the first time I did that, I did not ask permission at all. I kind of just looked at the bar and was like, that looked like fun. I kind of want to try that. Let me stand on top of the bar. And then that just took off. So
How did
now
that go?
it just happens.
So how long did it take you to like work your way up from like just doing karaoke with a tablet and a tablet stand and like a
Yeah.
mic, I assume, to like adding in all these like theatrical elements? And along the way, like how did you learn? Like did you look at YouTube tutorials or did you go to other karaoke nights to get ideas?
So I kind of just tried and failed. There's so many people.
You just thought about like what's a good show?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right. And I also again have to thank Michael Lawton for that as well. But I'm not scared to fall.
Yeah.
I
That's a good attitude.
I'm not scared to fall.
Good for you.
Sometimes we
Right.
stand in this circle.
Right.
I
right.
stand on the edge of that.
Yep.
And
Yep.
if I fall off,
Right.
I fell off.
And if you never fall off, it means you're not trying.
You're not trying. You're not
pushing
learning.
yourself.
Right.
Yeah.
So literally, it took me, I want to say, about a year and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah, about a year and a half to really grow to where we are right now. But again, that took a lot of falling. There takes a lot that my big brother Jay-Z sees behind the scenes
Right.
that no one else sees. They only see the finished product.
Yeah.
That's all they see is the finished product. You don't see the stress. You
Right.
don't see the downfall. You don't see the downs. You only see the ups.
Yep.
Or maybe you see the ups and don't see the downs. But
Right.
it takes a second. And
Right.
I'm patient enough to make that fall and stand back up.
And you have to be resilient too.
Yes.
So what qualities? How did you develop that resilience in order to be a performer? Because I think like for all of us, me included, like you do stuff like this, you're out there.
Yeah.
You're gonna get arrows in your back. And you're gonna have times when you think to yourself, "Oh, I could have done this so much better if I only did this or
100%.
that." Like, what is it like? What do you find to make yourself continue to be strong, to pick yourself back up?
Oh man, I'm on live and I'm live right now and I almost started to cry. Literally my mother.
Oh, that's nice. That's really nice.
When I tell you, my mother is Superwoman, I have no idea how she did, what she did, when she did it. Because me being a dad of two, of Kaylee and Ari, they tested me. They tested me physically. They tested me emotionally. They tested my patience. They tested me.
All that.
But my mom somehow got all of my siblings to where they are right now, like into the best place ever, and she did it with her.
Yeah.
You know, so that's definitely her.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What's
Shout out to Skeet, man.
What's
Right.
her name?
Oh, yeah. You know I'm gonna show her that, right?
I was gonna ask you what's her name. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
So she goes by Sequita McCants,
Yeah.
but hashtag
Yeah.
ski.
Yeah. Well,
And I know with him also, I know God is very big in his life also.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, no matter what, like, even last year, he performed at the New Year's Eve event last year.
Yes.
He
Yeah.
ended it with, you know, this gospel song, Waymaker.
Oh yes. Yes.
He's even ended, like, karaoke, you know, at times with, you know, everybody
I don't
coming
care
in
where
a
I'm at.
circle,
Yeah.
you know, saying Waymaker.
Yeah.
You know what I
yeah.
mean? So I know God is very important in his life also. So that will also play a part in his resiliency and, you know, being able to withstand, you know, everything that may come at him and still be able to do what he does.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So,
Right. And you know what I tell everybody all the time as well. Like I literally don't care what I'm doing, where I'm at, the type of scene that I'm at. Oh, I will bring God first.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
if you decide to leave,
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm still about to have this prayer circle. I'm still gonna pray.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna give honor to God. And that's something that my mom
I
literally
think
instilled in
that,
me.
I think
Yeah.
too, like that having faith, it can help
Yeah.
you to keep things in perspective too.
It does.
Because part of doing this, and like for me too, like for all of us, I think like you have to sort of like you really have to like be your own publicist and really put yourself out
Yes.
there, and you have to like in order to be heard, because we're competing with like the Frog and like 90.7 and TikTok and everything. You have to be a little bit unhumble
Yes.
to get your word out there, but you also don't want to like lose. You get a big head.
Exactly.
So I find too like kind of like faith can help you be like
yeah.
more in perspective. So
Yes. I feel like that helps me find my happy medium.
yeah, like
You
it gets
know,
you to calm down and inside.
Right.
You know?
I still do I push the line sometimes? Yes. But that's so I can get to the people who are right there.
Yeah, right.
So I can
right.
bring them in.
Yeah.
You know
yeah.
what I mean? Like I push it,
Yeah.
but I don't push it. You know
Right.
what I mean?
Right.
Like I gotta still know who I am, but I push it right there so I can bring them in with me and
Yeah.
show them that good experience, show them that you can still have that good time, still have
Right.
that beautiful mind that you have. You know what I mean?
Now, do you go out to other karaoke events to see like what other people do or check it out? Or,
Absolutely. There's there's
to get
a-
ideas and
I wouldn't even say to get ideas, and maybe that sounds bad, but I go there to support others.
oh, I like that.
Yes. So
Yeah.
what I do is I'll see if there's a karaoke going on,
Yep.
and especially because there's a lot of people around the area that goes to different karaoke's.
Right.
I don't want it to seem like, hey, just come to mine,
Yeah.
but you don't
yeah.
see me supporting others. You know what I mean?
I like
So
that.
I definitely go out, and not just karaoke's, other events, just period. I want you to see Amos Donnell at everyone events. I feel like the upstate New York area, especially Utica, New York, we need to be supporting one another. There's
Right,
so many
right.
different talent around here. It's not just Amos Donnell. It's
Yeah.
not just Jay Easy. You know what I mean? It's not just D King. It's not just whoever. It's all of us. And
Yeah.
we need to come together as one, because if we can elevate each other, God only knows the limits that we can reach up there.
Absolutely. Oh yeah. Kind of like the
Definitely.
way you say
Definitely.
that. Yes. Yes.
And with that being said, we have another commercial break.
Yeah, so I'm talking to Amos Donnell from the Amos Donnell Experience and Jay Easy right here from Light 98.7. I'm Ron Klopfenstein in the Media Monday Hot Seat. We'll be back after the break.
95.5. Let's go.
Thank you, beautiful. This is Ron Klopfenstein, and you're in the Hot Seat on a Media Monday. Hey, everybody, welcome back to the Hot Seat on this Media Monday. My guests today are Amos Donnell from the Amos Donnell Experience at Penn's. We've been talking about how great it is there and all the cool stuff he does, and Jay Easy from 95.5 FM, The Heat, right here. So, Amos, I have a question for you.
Yes.
If you were going to perform one song on karaoke yourself, what is like your signature song if you're gonna sing karaoke?
I gotta change it because everyone's gonna hate me for this answer. I feel like you already know what I'm about to say, so I gotta change it. I promise y'all, I will change it this year. I promise.
We can't give away the experience.
I'm dying to know
There's a little spot in his.
All right.
I gotta hear this.
Oh, you're talking about that one? I can't I say that?
No.
I know which one Jay Easy talking about. That one, you gotta save it for the experience. Just all that experience.
Yeah,
but the first one,
too,
yes, there's other ones. I forgot all about that one. Michael's gonna kill me for that too. So my first go-to, which everyone I know probably can't stand by now, is Uptown Funk. Like that's what I kick it off with. Yeah.
Okay.
That's like if you're there. So I start the countdown at 6 o'clock, and I started at 7.
Yep.
But I kick it off with Uptown Funk.
Yep.
Anyone who's listening, I promise you, I will change the song. Just give me a second. I got you. I promise.
So now, if someone's doing karaoke, but they really don't know how to sing,
Okay.
what song would you recommend
Ooh.
for someone who's a non-singer?
Can I come here again? I love these questions.
And I was
Wait, I
saving
love these
I
questions.
see. I say these to like surprise you.
Yeah,
you
man,
know,
I
so-
love that.
Yeah.
That's why it's called
Jason,
the hot
you can
seat.
jump in too. Like, what would you recommend? What's a good song that's like easy to sing that people would do?
I'll have to think about that one.
That's a good. That is not a good question.
That's easy for like everybody. Like everybody could.
How about this? What's a song in karaoke that people commonly choose that they like, that they like swing for the stands and miss? Like the song that everyone thinks that they can sing this and they give it a shot, maybe they hit a few drinks, but
That's a lot of
pulls it
songs.
off. Like,
Yeah.
That's a lot of songs. I wouldn't say
how about this
necessarily
Titanic song? I bet people try that one.
that.
My heart will go on.
Yeah, my heart will go on. Yeah.
Is that a popular karaoke song? I can sort of visualize people trying that.
You know what? What I am going to do, this is what I'm going to do, and you know I keep my word. Not only would I give you a $10 game card if you come and sing that song,
No,
I will also.
I won't do it.
I'm going to.
But I will come for the $10 game card.
Okay. What if I give out one of your listeners not only that $10 gift card or game card, but $50 if they come out next karaoke and sing that song?
Oh, if they sing, that'd be fine.
I like giving away money. That's what I want to do. That's what we're going to do right now, matter of fact. A $10 game card from Pins and $50 from your favorite host, Amos Donnell.
Ooh. That deserves a.
Right. That
When will this show be?
So that is it's not this Saturday coming up. It's the following Saturday.
Oh my God,
When is that Saturday?
I would totally be.
Let me see. I am going to look.
The 12th?
That is the 25th.
Oh, okay.
Oh wait,
Because it was supposed to be.
That's the 18th.
It was supposed to be this past weekend, but of course with the weather and everything, it got canceled.
Yes, so the 18th, not the 25th. The 25th is the 90s to 2000s, which, by the way,
yeah.
shout out to my big cousin D King of D King Events.
Yeah.
He did you see that poster?
Mm-hmm.
Did you see your favorite host?
Mm-hmm.
But when D King Events put on a show, they put on a show like there is no other. I'm like an accent to it. We're gonna go off on that day and have an amazing time. So definitely make sure you go to our Facebook and get your tickets immediately.
So when is your Pins thing?
Every week.
No, because I will totally work. I'll totally do this way. I'll promote it. We'll promote it.
Let's do it. So that's gonna be on the 18th.
So they'll be like next Saturday.
Yeah,
The next Saturday.
Oh, so
yep.
it's right away.
It's literally right away.
Oh my
So
gosh.
not this
All right,
coming
so we gotta-
Saturday, but the following
All right,
Saturday.
so we got to work this out. And I'm
Yes,
gonna
let's
get
do
out
it.
there. So I'll like help promote it. Yeah,
I will
yeah.
love that so much. Again,
Oh my gosh, I want to be there. Yeah.
I hope that you both are there.
Yeah.
Jay Easy has been to a couple of
Maybe
them.
we get some
and
merchandise to give out. I got
Yes.
some decals.
Let's
Yeah,
do it.
you know,
Let's
so-
do it. I'm with that.
Oh my gosh, pins! It's gonna be great. Saturday night. Yes, yes.
I want to one day combine all of it and just have a great time.
Yes. So, when you're not doing karaoke at
Yes.
pins, what video game? What's your video game that you would play? You got one
Ooh.
quarter. So assume they all cost a quarter. I know some cost.
Okay.
a quarter. So you got one quarter. What's the game that you're gonna play there at pins? Jay-Z, I'm gonna ask you that one next too.
Ooh, at Pins. If I had one quarter, what game would I play at Pins?
I'll tell you what I would play.
What would you
the
play?
big giant Space Invaders game. I think that's the most amazing thing because, like, when I was
I
growing
haven't
up,
played that since I was
I
younger.
had a handheld Space Invaders toy. Oh my
Yes.
god, I love that game.
Do you
Yes.
remember what is that game?
A
You know what I'm
harmonica?
talking about? No. The game. It was a PlayStation. No, it wasn't a
What?
PlayStation. Nintendo.
Well, yeah. I mean,
Do you remember the Lion King on Nintendo?
Oh no.
They don't have it at Pins, but I'll play that. No, if I had a quarter at Pins, I'll play the
Gotta try the Space
the VR.
Invaders. Oh yeah, right. You're talking about
I'm
the-
telling
the
you, that is
yes,
like an
yes.
immersive experience.
Yes, yeah.
It's unreal. Like you
Right.
really, you don't feel like you're here. Like even like
I
the
gotta try
movement
that.
of it.
I gotta try that.
That's on me. Let me know when you come, and I
will.
got you.
Cause I'll come on this Saturday thing and we'll
Yes.
promote this station. Jay-Z, you should come too. We'll promote this station.
Yeah.
Jay-Z, what is your game? What's your game?
Well, anytime that I, go to like a gaming area or arcade or anything like that, I have to play basketball.
Oh, here's the basketball.
There's basketball, yeah.
That's every time, it
And
never fails.
I like
play
skee ball,
basketball.
which is kind of the same. In the
Skee
way,
ball's right
you know?
there.
Yeah, it's like retro, the old
Yeah.
school kind of thing. You know, but
How
Space
good are you
Invaders.
at skee ball?
Nah, I'm good, but not.
Is your husband good?
Good, but not great. Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
well you got to bring him
He's
too
good at
because
bowling though.
is
So,
he good
like,
at bowling?
And I'm so bad at it because like I never learned. So like whenever I go there,
Yeah.
I just take the bowling ball and I like throw it as hard as I can. But you're not really supposed to do it like
Yeah.
that.
Right.
So sometimes like if it stays on course, bam, it knocks those pins down. But lots of times it goes right to the gutters.
It's okay.
But I have a good time though.
But you know what? So pins also have the barriers that you can put up.
They do.
Just put the
yes.
barriers up.
I know. I guess I was a little embarrassed to like
Nah.
quite go that far.
No, it's
I
okay.
mean, it's like well.
I promise you, I'll put the barriers up if
Oh,
I need
I
them.
think I
It
may
takes
need
one
that.
button.
I
It
think
takes
I may
one
need
button. I'll
that
put the
then.
barriers up in 2
I
seconds.
think I may need that then. So, what kind of music do you listen to when you're not doing karaoke? What's your favorite kind of go-to music?
Believe it or not, and a lot of people sorry mom, dislike driving with me. You already knew where that was about to go. Hate is a strong word. I don't listen to anything.
No. What?
My car is absolutely quiet.
You don't
the-
listen to the car
Nothing.
stereo
I don't
when
listen
you're
to
driving.
nothing.
You drive in silence.
And silence. It's funny because people probably see
I've
me
never heard of
jamming.
someone doing that.
I listen to music all day long.
Right.
Wow.
I don't want to listen to it. I'm practicing because I
Yeah.
have a show coming up. I'm DJing because I have a show coming up. I'm doing what
Yeah.
I have the show that's on that day. I don't want to listen to nothing. I want to go in silence and just
Wow.
have just me for myself for
Yeah,
me
yeah,
time.
right. So not even like a podcast or news or anything. Just
So
that's
there's
silence.
times I'll listen to comedy shows. So I'll listen to there's a person named Matt Rife, Steve Harvey, which he's funny.
Yeah.
There's so many different people that I listen to, but
Yeah.
I don't listen
But
to music when I'm in
music,
the car.
yeah,
I gotta
yeah.
take a break. Don't get me wrong, music is
No,
the
I
love
totally
of my
understand.
life.
But if it's like your work, then you need a break.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right. As a teacher, it's like that too. Like after all day, sometimes in the car you want it to be like
You
know,
just gotta
like a slow kind of vibe.
Right, right.
Yeah.
again, and there's times where if I do listen to music, I will listen to like old school R&B, and don't hate me when I call this
I
old
love
school,
old school
but
R&B.
no. This is old school, but my old school.
Here we go.
Oh, my bad. Okay,
No, go ahead, go ahead.
1993 to early 2000s, the thing that King's putting on, that type of music.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong.
That's
I love my Ray Charles. That's old school. I love my Marvin Gaye. I love my Stevie Wonder. I love my Vanilla Ice. I love all of that. But I'm talking about early 90s to 2000s.
You really put Ray Charles and Vanilla Ice in the same.
I was gonna say.
wait. That's why you said let it go for a second. I'm just naming, I wasn't putting them in the time period.
Ray Charles, Marvin Gaye,
Vanilla Ice is amazing. I listen to Salt and Pepper. Let me bring them in. MJ, let me bring them in. Prince.
Oh man.
Yo.
It's crazy that like of course I grew up in that era.
Yeah.
So
did I.
it's crazy that that music is really
old
considered old school right
I
now.
know.
Like even if you listen to other stations, like you hear like
It's
oldie
timeless.
stations and you hear 90s songs. I'm
Right.
like, that's
That's
really
crazy, yeah. Like Madonna's old now.
Yes,
man.
which
It's
is
like, geez,
crazy.
I know, right.
yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to Madonna. She's amazing, beautiful, lovely.
Still doing it.
Still doing it.
Still out here, you know what I mean?
So So how do you keep up with the latest songs? Actually, for you too, Jay-Z, because
Mhm.
I think we talked before, Jay-Z. You said like there's a website that you subscribe to with the latest
Yeah,
songs.
we-
and,
Ooh, put me
Usually,
on.
like
yeah.
with like a lot of DJs or radio personalities or whatever the case may be,
they pitch your
there's
songs,
different
right?
some people pitch songs, and there's different like record pools out there that DJs will subscribe to, where they get like like the latest songs or songs that they really can't find anywhere else.
Yeah.
Things like that. There's different record pools out there that we subscribe to get our music from, and of course, there's obviously the YouTube and things
right.
like that. And so a lot of like I'll tell you this, like a lot of stuff like that we play like on the air, like
Yeah.
here, 95.5 in particular. A lot of stuff. Well, I won't say for everybody, but I know me in particular, and I think for others in particular also come from our own personal collections.
Oh, right,
yes.
right.
So I kind of feel like that's one of the things that separates us from everybody else.
Totally.
Is
yeah,
because
yeah.
we play what nobody else is playing.
Exactly.
Right,
Because
exactly.
they might not have it, or they might not have like clean versions of the songs or
Right.
things
Or
like
it's like
that.
a corporate decision. All
Yeah.
50 states play
Right.
the same.
Some people may
stations
not
or
have
whatever.
that leniency to
Yeah.
play what they want to play. Well,
Right.
we do.
Right.
So that's why
We saw the
you
difference in
hear
the world.
stuff that
Yeah.
you don't
Right.
hear on other stations.
Yep.
Because we have that creative freedom to
Yep.
be able
Right.
to play what we want to play.
What I
Right,
love about this
right.
station too is that you all support so many local artists.
Mm-hmm.
It's unreal.
Yeah.
Not saying that no one else supports them, but I can't tell you, excuse me, how many times I hear, Amos, you were on the radio.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And I'm like, when?
That's,
Right.
And like you don't call, you don't like, hey, but you
Yeah.
support.
Mm-hmm.
Right,
Yeah.
to where some other places sometimes you have to call beforehand. Sometimes, but you literally support so many local musicians. It's unreal. And I have to say I thank you so much for that, because that is beautiful. Like you allow us to have that voice and be able to get us out there. So thank you so much for that.
Well,
No
we're happy to
problem,
do
man.
it. It's our purpose here.
Yes.
You know, it's like,
Yeah,
that's
it's
why
def-
it's so amazing.
It's definitely why why we're here.
Right.
We always say like WUSP. Those are our call letters, WUSP. But we like to incorporate that as we're Utica's station for the people.
Right.
Oh
right.
yes.
Yeah.
Oh, say that again. Oh.
Yeah, that's shout out to once again Cassandra Harris Lockwood.
Yes.
She kind of made that the acronym for
Yes.
what we do. Like we're Utica's station for the people, WUSP.
Right.
And
right.
plus, with myself being a local artist, I know how it feels to not have that platform.
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
To,
Right.
have people get that exposure that they're looking for. You know what I mean? Like other stations, will have little things here and there, but not consistently. Like they
Yeah.
won't put local artists in rotation
Right.
like
right.
that. And
right.
you listen to this station, we got all
Yeah.
kinds of local artists in rotation. We got Amos,
Yes.
we got Wiz Boss Dawn, we got Desire, we got Price, we got
Yep.
Yara.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
so you already
all
know.
of us our on air are local artists too, like you and me and Bobby Bounce, and it's like it's really like such a unique thing, you know. So listeners really like, say if you go to these places that advertise on here, let them know that you appreciate the support, you know, because that's what keeps us on the air. These commercials that we break for, because
definitely. Like I was just at Mavis Saturday, and you know we hear the Mavis commercial on
yeah.
here.
Right.
I was just telling them, like, hey, you know,
yeah,
commercials
Sunday
on here.
Liquor, I used to tell them too. You know, it's like, right.
So
you know.
we definitely appreciate everybody and anybody that supports us.
Right,
100%.
Whether it's by listening or whether it's by advertising or just
sharing,
you know, saying, hey, good job, like, hey, I listen.
Right. Oh yeah, it's so nice to get that feedback, you know, and you know that too, Amos. And like, you know, it's important too for you, like, to make sure that the people that come up and sing, they feel supported. So how do you do that so that you make sure like everybody who steps up and participates, you know, feels good about it?
No, absolutely. So when people come up to sing karaoke, believe it or not, when it starts off, when it kicks off, no one wants to sing. Everyone is literally sitting there, and it's like literally a fight trying to get people up
to be the
to sing.
First one.
Believe it or not, I literally make a fool out of myself. Like, even if you already know what I'm talking about. I literally make a fool. I don't care what I have to do to make them sing. I don't have to act like I'm falling down or act like I made a mistake singing.
Right.
I just make them feel comfortable by showing them it's okay.
Yeah.
That everyone is still going to applaud. Everyone is still going to chant.
It's
when
all fun, kind of.
Right. And then when you get there, because also it's hard too, because obviously I'm a singer. So sometimes people find it difficult to get up and sing after I kick it off. Because
how
am I supposed to sing after that? Like, what am I supposed to do after that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I show them that it's okay.
Yeah.
I'll pick out somebody in the audience and have fun with them. Or if there's one of my supporters, I'll make fun of them. They make fun of me right back.
Yeah.
And we just have a great time. And then they start seeing that atmosphere like, oh, okay, this is fun. Let's do it. You know what I mean? And then once that ball gets going, it's on a roll. So I just make people feel family.
You know? Yeah.
It's almost like you're at home singing with your family, but in a public area, and then you don't even realize that you're at the mall.
Right.
You don't realize. After a while, you're immersed in pins in that area, and
it's
we're
such
having
a
an amazing
cool
time.
environment.
Yes.
You know, it's like even if you're not going to play the games, just have all the games on, all the lights and flashing. It's like it's such a cool place. You know, I just love being there.
I love it because we can also, if you come to a different event other than karaoke, we change that entire space to where when you're in there, I promise you will not have any idea.
So where is the space? Are you doing this? Like, is it where the tables are?
Yeah, but we remove all of that.
Oh, really?
Or, like, for instance, we're gonna have a magic show coming soon. Yep. I have Christopher Will.
Yeah.
He's from Syracuse, New York.
Yeah.
And then we also have Wade Live, also from Syracuse. And then the other one that I also can't wait for is Dustin Dean. He's been on Penn and Teller Fool Us.
Really?
Oh, yes.
Wow.
He's coming. That's the Mentalist, right?
Yeah, you remember him? We're bringing him back. Bringing him back.
Cool.
It's going to be an eventful year. Not just that. We have masquerade balls. We have kids party. We're gonna have the dunk tank back in the summertime. We're gonna have so much.
It's like a venue for like performances. Then.
It's going to be amazing. Just there's so much to come. There's something that I cannot say, but just look at Penn's as a clean slate. And then me and Michael Lawton and the owners, we're literally about to grow that like there's no tomorrow in the entertainment industry. Not even just in the entertainment industry, just Penn's entertainment, period.
And we need that here.
Yes.
You know, in this area, because like there's all this stuff in Destiny, but like for here, like it's great to have that. Like for adults to do fun stuff too. You know, it's like it's so cool to go there. You know, bowling and skee ball.
Yes.
And it's like
what we're trying to do.
Food and in the shows.
Absolutely. And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to show like obviously Penn's has like the games. It has the bar area. It has all of that.
Yeah.
But we're trying to show them that it's much more than that.
Right.
We're trying to help elevate that entertainment part of Penn's. So it's Penn's.
That's exciting.
Entertainment. we're this year gonna show you what the heck entertainment is.
Wow.
And we're excited for that.
Well, we want to hear about this, and like honestly, I honestly would love to do a promotion thing and with pins because I love the place, and I definitely think like this show, the connection would be perfection. So
yes.
But thank you. My guest today has been Amos Donnell from the Amos Donnell Experience.
Amos Donnell. You
can see him at Pins, and hopefully maybe you'll see me at Pins with him too.
Yes.
That would be so exciting.
Yes.
And Jay-Z, who I hope will be there too, but he will definitely be on now because it is time for Jay-Z with the Easy Ride Home.
Hey.